hockey for Maryland was terrific last week against Vermont's Tommy Burke. 19 out of 28. Gallagher, a Penn transfer, has been an X-factor and a major game changer for Notre Dame. Jose Boyer off the wings, and Notre Dame has it first. 51 for the Irish, Pat Kavanagh. Wheaton Jackoboice, one of the heroes in round one. Here comes Jackoboice against Roman Puglisi. Kavanagh. And will they say that's a shot or a pass? It is a shot. Griffin Westlin, the backup. And Jackoboice picks up where he left off. 3 goals, including the game winner in round one, and the opening salvo in this final quarterfinal game.
That's just what the doctor ordered if you're a Notre Dame fan. A lengthy possession ends up with a layup from 8 yards. Maryland defense loses Jackoboice.
Matchups.
It's a man-to-man defense with a lot of zone concepts. You'll see double teams coming from the adjacent defender. That is the defender who's next door. And so they end up switching on a lot of matchups. Interchangeable gears in a machine that's been a yearly staple.
Brown scores for Maryland, and we're tied at 1. He led the Raiders in goals. The last 4 years came from Colgate to the Terps, and John Tillman, Maryland's head coach, has said Brown, Molliver, Holden, the second midfield, those guys are going to be key if Maryland makes a big playoff run.
Look at that shot clock, less than a second for the question mark. He'll turn to the outside, plant, jumps from release, and the goalie dropped his hands.
Bernhardt and Keelty matched up again, now picked up on the switch by Cassidy. Short stick matchup for Bernhardt. 59 goals this year. The Terps' all-time leading scorer. And he gets topside at will and does it again right there.
When Bernhardt burst onto the scene from Orlando, Florida, he was known as a pass-first midfielder, afraid to shoot. One thing that stands out about him this season, knowing when to grasp and seize the moment. Double team doesn't happen. For whatever reason, Notre Dame doesn't send 2 from the adjacent. Second one, I can't criticize.
DeMaio. DeMaio with a good look, just missed high. Bernhardt the feeder.
Notre Dame has 4 defenders, okay? They're going to rotate from a box to a diamond to a box to a diamond. They're going to try to take away Maltz, 37 in the slot, and force an outside shot from a severe angle.
From up top, an absolute cannon by Griffin Brown, his second.
Undefeated, unblemished, and ready to rock and roll off the plane in South. For a decade, they played for national championships. They've done it the right way as well. I got to tell you that the work their players do academically and in terms of getting great jobs is first class.
Bernhardt against Keelty. Now Fairman. Bubba Fairman checks in. Beats Ryan Moss. And it's 4-1 Maryland.
Watch the change of direction, the rollback. Down the alley, plant, turn, get a fancy mustache. He's also got his degree after graduating, finishing up academically on Tuesday.
Grill took away the inside roll. A turnover. Maryland in transition. Arden Cohn had it, lost his stick. It's a frenzied vortex. And Bernhardt emerges. Bernhardt runs by Keelty. Snakes and stings. 5 unanswered for Maryland. The Terps in full control early.
If you're Notre Dame, this game's already off the rails. You got major defensive issues. Bernhardt's speed, it's his superpower. He's faster and can cut while running full speed, takes a shot to the back, and they all mesh well. They're happy place, where they operate well.
Will Yorke, number 99, 8 extra man goals. The Irish connect on 55% with the extra man. Yorke likes to camp out near the crease, right on that right wing. Kavanagh looking for Yorke. There he
Bingo.
is on cue.
This game's taking a little nasty tenor, Denise. With the hits, the penalties. You called it. Yorke just cherry picks on the near post. That's his happy place. Kavanagh, the right-handed winger. He's very comfortable operating in his spot. You got Dobson up top. So all the parts mix when everybody's in their happy spot. Look at Kavanagh, no look, through sticks. He and Yorke on the same page. McNaney comes out.
East Hartford, and the winner of this game will join them. If it's Notre Dame, it's 4 ACC teams. If it's Maryland, you get a former ACC team looking to squash the party. Wheaton Jackoboice with his second. Dangerous on that dodge, a shooter on the run. And it's 5-3.
Confidence is perking for Jackoboice. Took a shot. Looks to be a little wounded as he's jogging off. He's elevating his game in the postseason, that's for sure. Left-handed to the middle, no fear. Bested.
Bergmaster with a hockey background. Had a couple of brothers who played at Albany. Kavanagh picked up by Rahill. Feeding Leahey, and Notre Dame within 1. Second quarter, Quint. The Irish wake the echoes.
The little plays make the big difference. Boom. Turnover created. Opportunity. 3 in a row for Rudy. Be the best with the timeout. Possession is earned in lacrosse. It's that rare sport where you're not guaranteed to ever get the ball. You got to earn it.
Leahey had the last Notre Dame goal, the Providence transfer. Leahey turns, fires, and ties it at 5. Notre Dame won the transfer market in the offseason, importing Yorke and Gallagher and Kyle Thornton on defense. Leahey a part of that haul.
5 or 6 impact players. Rollback city. Yo-yos back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Maryland thought about doubling. That was a good stop by McNaney.
Shot clock back at 80. Kaufman back in there for Maryland, a good sign, 28. Westlin from X, circles around, bounce shot and a score. 5 unanswered, and Notre Dame has roared back to take the lead.
Down 5-1. but playing at home in front of their crowd, in front of their parents and friends. They've caught fire in the second quarter behind face-off domination. Westlin saying Notre Dame's going to stop Maryland on this possession. The Terps have bossed their way into some high percentage shots.
DeMaio from the wing.
I mean, they just continually getting looks. Entenmann made 2 point-blank saves, I think, to stop the bleeding. But this Maryland offense, you're pretty confident. Hey, if we get the ball, we're going to score.
Bernhardt running by Keelty again. Shoots low and scores. Jared Bernhardt just ran by the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. That straight line speed is something else.
He's in a different galaxy in terms of his athletic ability.
Fairman against McCann, who Corrigan considers a two-way midi. Help coming. Well-timed slide by Keelty. Fairman still got the shot off, and Bernhardt's got the backup now. Keelty out to meet him. He has not been able to handle the speed of Bernhardt. There it is again, Bernhardt gets topside. He's making it look too easy. He's not fair right now, Quint. He's not fair.
He's that button. he's that extra. I talked about the speed, and he's able to create separation in 3 steps. Mike Loxley, Maryland football coach, you got to give this kid a shot. He's by far the best athlete in college lacrosse that I've seen in the last decade.
He's got 4 of Maryland's 7. Terps by 1. Notre Dame looking for the equalizer. It's Jackoboice. Back-to-back hat tricks for Wheaton Jackoboice. And we're tied at 7.
Out of a timeout. This is coaching brilliance. Give and go. Give, little V-cut, back to Jackoboice, and in. That's a
and a chance to take the lead. Tied at 7. Jared Bernhardt, 4 of the 7 Maryland goals. Bernhardt will shoot. He's got 5, and he continues to be unstoppable.
You'll see Jared do a double take here. He'll catch the ball, think he's going to be covered by Hallenbeck, 24 in blue. He's not, and so he just steps in and says, you're going to give me this 10-yard shot, pump, step in. 2 things that we're seeing. Maryland's not winning faceoffs right now. That's going to be a big issue going forward. They've got to be cleaner in their clearing game. Terps can't afford too many turnovers because they're losing the possession battle at the faceoff X. Conversely, Notre Dame, what's the answer to Bernhardt? What'd you talk about at halftime? How are you going to stop this guy in settled sets? You're going to shut him off? You're going to double team him early? You got to have something up your sleeve.
Dobson with the right hand. Fleming Island, Florida take a bow. Now we knew he was a lefty, and we knew that left hand was a bazooka.
Just scratching the surface. Downhill against the midfield defender, creates separation. He's running down the hash mark, so to speak. Scored in high school. Dobson's issue is not that he takes bad shots, it's his technique. And that last one on the run, 3/4 arm was perfection, was beautiful.
McCann maneuvers around to Kaufman. Now Kavanagh. Dobson again. Makes his way through a couple of defenders, fires and scores. And a little flex at the end by the freshman.
He's a freshman.
Allegedly.
Watch him deal with the double, the body. Dragging.
Since John Tillman took over at Maryland, the Terps have the most NCAA tournament wins, the most semifinal appearances, and the most All-Americans. They have the championship in 2017, but they have been the most consistent winner in the last 10 years. Lipka off the feed from Westlin, and Notre Dame has its first 2-goal lead of the game.
Cutting is about timing. It's about thinking ahead. Lipka's on the fly, as Westlin didn't. I don't think he was real comfortable talking about it, Anish, but this is a significant test. 3 seed undefeated, having to deal with this. He took the high road.
He always does. Wisnauskas, crafty shot. Think about the path to a championship for either of these teams. Duke in the semis, then either Carolina or Virginia, Memorial Day. Logan Wisnauskas, the soft-spoken fifth-year senior. They call him Groot. He carries a big stick, makes it 10-9.
Senior from boys Latin. Think about yesterday, North Carolina. Good depth of scoring. 8 different non-starters scored. Hot weather, pressurized games. You need that depth of contribution.
Kavanagh. And a sneer of cold command by St. Patrick. When he scores, it's a juice goal for the Irish.
Rockville Center, Long Island, played at Chaminade, then Taft. Broke his thumb.
Bouncer by Meyer.
Meyer's had a nice year. Senior from San Diego. He's finally found some consistency in his game. Mo Meyer, dangerous threat on the midfield. Does his best work scoring unassisted goals.
Right on the doorstep, Will Yorke. And Notre Dame with its largest lead of the game.
Team offense. A double team drawn. They kick it to X, and then you look inside. Double team, kick to X. Defense is vulnerable on the backside. Team O, passing the rock.
I got Jackoboice and McCann on defense. Jackoboice will run off with Kaufman. No, Kaufman will stay on. And now he'll run off with McCann. So Notre Dame gets its defensive personnel on there. I guess McCann will stay on to play a little D-Mitty. No Tommy McNamara today, part of the defensive midfield. He's also the bagpiper. Skip pass to Wisnauskas. Bouncer! 12-10.
Having options as a shooter is so critical. And then reading the goalie. Wisnauskas has thrown some high, he's thrown some low, but he hasn't showcased this. Still a ton of time, Anish. Maryland looks like the fresher team.
Long burst of speed. 12-11 Maryland within one.
from substitution box.
Big face-off win by Gallagher. Trail check, jars it loose. Maykar's got it. The Terps can tie with a goal here. In transition, this is Weirman, the Fogo, to the doorstep. Maltz! We're even at 12! 3 straight in an eye blink.
Ground ball moved on. Weirman looks off the defense. Deception with his eyes and his body posture. Continuously breaking up field. They know he's going to get it.
Kevin Corrigan said, Maryland is so fluid when they transition from defense to offense, from their clear to their settled. Oliver against Hallenbeck. Dumps it off to Maltz. Wisnauskas stings the corner. Maryland on top. 3 in the 4th for Logan Wisnauskas.
McNaney played strong down the stretch, gets a piece, makes a decision. Decisive. Get out there, you're the extra player. At the other end, Wisnauskas.
Both winning in OT. Virginia won handily against Georgetown. Jackoboice. Dobson thought about it. Plays it to Jackoboice. Tied at 13. That's 4 now, and 7 in this tournament for the senior from Kansas City.
Team offense. The ball's doing the talking. Jackoboice has been on fire in this tournament, the veteran from Kansas City, but Dobson makes the one more pass.
McNaney's got 10 saves. Jackoboice had the game winner against Drexel. He's got the ball, shadowed by Ray Hill.
55 wants his left. Left-handed player with a quick little burst. He's got good feet. He can accelerate.
And a good shot on the run. Pat Kavanagh now, the Tewaaraton finalist. Hesitates. Kavanagh against Grill. Spins back to his left. Didn't get anything on the shot. Geppert picks it up. We've got overtime again.
Kyle Gallagher for Notre Dame. Luke Weirman for Maryland. Weirman back to himself with an easy face-off win. Geppert now sniffs things out. Bubba Fairman waiting for substitutions as we wait.
DeMaio for the win! Maryland headed to championship weekend. DeMaio the overtime winner. Two absolutely thrilling quarterfinal games here in South Bend. another on Long Island. And our semifinal field is set. Maryland crashes the ACC party. The Terps remain unbeaten. And a bitter pill to swallow for Notre Dame at home in the quarterfinals. They fall in overtime.
Give and go on the wing. We saw Notre Dame score earlier. DeMaio, Wisnauskas back to DeMaio. Little head and shoulder fake. He looks Entenmann down low.